Tony, why is that humidifier running? Turn it off. Unless you're planning on starting a mushroom farm in your chest cavity, you don't need the extra moisture. Scholars, welcome to God Awful History with Balthazar and Tony. Today's entry is a 2006 case from Japan that will make you look at your clean air devices with absolute horror. This isn't just a medical anomaly, it's a forensic warning about the ick in our own homes. A 61-year-old Japanese woman presented to physicians with a persistent hacking cough. She wasn't a smoker and she didn't have a history of respiratory illness, yet standard medicine failed her. When doctors finally performed a bronchoscopy, they didn't find a tumor or a common infection. They found a living, fan-shaped mushroom growing directly inside the anatomical dampness of her right lung. Think about the biological colonization, Tony. The culprit was Schizophyllum commune, a common wood decay fungus. The medical archives confirm she had been inhaling fungal spores from a contaminated ultrasonic humidifier in her living room. Because the device hadn't been cleaned in months, it had developed a thick, putrid biofilm. Every time she turned it on for a bit of comfort, she was actually misting her lungs with a concentrated biological payload. The spores took root in her lung tissue and began to blossom into a full fruiting body. The verdict? Nature doesn't need an investigation to move in. It just needs a lack of bleach. That humidifier wasn't providing wellness. It was a delivery system for a fungal takeover.
Follow the deer to the edge of the shade, trust in the instinct that nature has made. But the squirrel eats the angel and leaps to the pine, while the human takes one bite and starts to decline. 10,000 winters of trial and grief, a history written in one poison leaf. Don't breathe the air where the wood starts to gray. The gills are all split and they're coming to stay. It's not in your stomach, it's not in your head. It's breathing your oxygen, eating your bread. The lung is the cellar, the pulse is the heat. The archive is blooming to a terminal beat. 1994, the journals are cold, a clinical study of life in the mold. The instructor is coughing, the x-ray is blurred. Biological mass is the surgeon's first word, but the scalpel reveals what the textbooks deny. The garden of split gills is fruiting inside. White velvet caps on the wall of the chest. The human was hosting, the fungus was guest. It doesn't need soil, it doesn't need light, just the warmth of your breath in the dark of the night. I feel like fingers reaching through veins, turning the marrow to mycelium brain.
Tony, what in the name of all that is sterilized are you doing? I've noticed you've started using my precision apothecary scales to weigh your collection of interesting rocks. Goodness me! This is a place of science, not a rock quarry. Tell us in the comments what obscure biological horror or local newspaper archive Tony should dig up next. Tony, if I find one more piece of chewed bubblegum stuck to the underside of my master archive ledger, I am locking you in the specimen room.